Hey everyone, another live. This is the fifth one, the five again. Remember, I do that five thing. Hello to everyone. Trainer Howard, you were first. I see that. And David Montreal, Quebec has not got me yet. Not yet. Probably wouldn't let me up there right now since I'm an American with the whole COVID stuff. And I see, God, lots of people. Bingus the Great. Pretty fun. And Zoom 870, hello to you. Appreciate you. I remember multiple super chats from you last time. Thank you so much. Robin Jayville, Rick Walter, Schwinn, Ascension has a 68-degree head tube angle. Are you sure about that? That it's not 69-degree head tube angle? Because that's what the boundary had, unless they slacked it up even more. We'll talk about that later. But Matt's Mountain Bikes, I'm just going to go through a few people here. Hope you can hear me okay. Let's go hit Trail Saturdays, BC Outdoors. And everyone give a emoji thumbs up to DIY Solar Energy. He's back doing a great moderating job. And I see a lot of people. Connor DuBois. All right, so let me get into, this is going to be a shorter, I know I say that every time, and then they stretch on. That last one was like 2.5 hours. A lot of fun though, a lot of fun. But the reason this one's going to be shorter is because I have the fifth bike from the 5 bikes. I got to do it. 5 bikes in 5 days. And that is coming immediately after this live stream. So I've got it queued up here on my laptop beside me. So as soon as this is about to end, I will let you guys know. I will publish it live. And then you can go over and watch that last video. And it is on this Hemiway, that thing right there. That Hemiway moped. It's really a moped. A moped e-bike that is super, super awesome. I love that thing. AJ the Weekend Warrior, hello. You want a new Axum DP video? That's coming. Unfortunately, we have another 4 or 5 days of rain, so we'll see what happens. But, and also, I have to finish getting that configured and getting it ready. Blind guy from Florida here. I hope John Mark Air. Hello to you. There's another Bingus the Great comment. Grayleaf. Hello, Grayleaf. Chevybox 9. Hello to you. I see giving some thumbs up for DIY Solar Energy. I'm assuming that's who that's for. Martin the Fisherman. Tom Ward. Hello, the Human Fund. George Costanza. That's right. Sees my shirt. I was going to have on another KevCentral merch shirt, but my shipment didn't arrive. So I don't have that, but I do have. I'll go ahead and looking at my camera, so it's messing me up. Go ahead and do a shameless plug. You know, I have the new logo shirt and a new URL for the store for this. The URL is now KevCentral.store. KevCentral. Solar Energy. And he's doing this because he knows that I'll have to do it when we do live streams on his channel and I'm moderating. So thank you, DIY Solar Energy. Did you have sound with that? Or did I mute that? Turn it down too much? I didn't hear anything. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have this turned down. I don't know what's up with this TV. Anyway, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I have those shirts and, of course, a sticker. Oh, there it is. I was just too fast. I have the sticker, also the new sticker, new holographic bike logo, and I will be putting this up. You should do it now. I meant to do this before I went live. This was the most popular sticker when I first listed all the stickers. These sold out. I didn't have that many, but every one of those sold out. I have new. I have 50 new ones. So if you'll bear with me, I know this is horrible. I'll do it after. I'll do it after. So you can go after this live stream and pick one of those up from the eBay store. DIY Solar Energy can put a link in there in the chat for you. So let me get to some of the topics. First, I wanted to recap that last live stream went amazingly well. I appreciate everyone. All the super chats, all the comments. I mean, it was really fun. People wanted it to keep going, but it went for 2 hours and 24 minutes. That was the 4th. This is the 5th, of course. The new software worked. This seems to be working okay. I didn't like the audio that much, so I'm going to tweak it. I even have another webcam I'm going to try and more stuff that I'm going to be trying, including maybe getting my snowball microphone down here. See what I can do about that. And also adding that camera, but if this one, whatever one works best, I'll be adding another camera because I was thinking about tonight K Will, hello to you. Everything is good. Thank you for asking. Hello, Josie Faulkner. Unsealed bearings, not dirty. I don't know what you're talking about. Must be talking to someone else. But I'm going to do this thing where I've got two cameras here so I can switch and maybe we can do some stuff on the bike stand. Maybe show some techniques or how to adjust certain things, stuff like that. Integrate that into the lab. I think it'll be fun. Also, I want to talk about big box bike hate because there is so much big box bike hate. We all know that. Well, you might be one of those people that hates big box bikes, and that's fine. It's whatever you like. But we also know that big box bikes have been getting progressively better. And with that new Axum DP, one step closer, and even this this Dolomite ALX, if you haven't watched that video, hello Joel Gilbert. Love all the info, working slowly on upgrading a hyper hydroform. So you actually got a hydroform to 1x7 thanks to your advice. Well, thank you for watching, and congratulations on scoring a hyperform. That's a hyperform. That'll be the next model, hyperform. Congratulations on that. Hard to get now. Those hydroforms, very sought after bike. You know, I gave one away to a guy, turns out not far from here. But the big box bike hate is real, it still exists, but the arguments are starting to slowly devolve because, like that Dolomite ALX, that's a sized frame. There are 3 frame sizes, at least that were on the Walmart site before it sold out mysteriously a day after we posted a video on it. But that's what happens a lot, right? We all know that. So that happens a lot, but this ALX had 3 sizes on there. 17, 18, and 19. I don't know why they made the small 17 and then 18 for the medium, that fits fine, 19 for large, that's fine. But I noticed down in the description, it just had one of those, you know, the usual stuff they paste in, the images about stuff. And it's had sizing on there, and it had an extra small, which I think was 15 or 16, and it had an extra large. So if they do extra small, large, small, medium, large, and extra large, I mean, that covers the whole gambit. Pretty much everyone. Who was that? I see a super chat there. Jorge Javier? Am I saying that correctly? Brother, I have a Hyper Explorer. I use everything that you used on the Hyperform. Yes, you can use the same fork, you can use the same crank set, you can use, that has a replaceable derailleur hanger, yeah, so you, well, even if it didn't. You can use, yes, you can use everything that I used on my Explorer build, because they're essentially the same. The head tube diameter outer-wise is a little smaller, but it's the same fork in there. So congratulations to that, and I appreciate the super chat. I had that bike bell, still have the bike bell. I bought, but I'm not going to ring it, because I can fake ring it. Oh, that's still loud. I bought this Stream Deck thing, and I was going to bring that down today, because I played back, and I was looking at everyone's chat that they did last time, and this was really loud. And I kept thinking, ew, if I had headphones on, that would be miserable. So I'm not gonna do the bell thing, even though it's fun. What I'm gonna do is in future, I will still wear the ring bell, and I will ring it, but I'll ring it virtually. So I'll hold it up and then press something that plays the bike bell sound and gets us all some good fun with that, but maybe not so ear piercing. Big box bike hate. We know it's real. It's starting to slowly lose its merit. I mean, think about that Dolomite ALX. I hope you've watched the video. A sized frame, a cassette. The bottom bracket was greased incredibly well. Now, I haven't taken it apart, so I'm positive that it's not a cartridge bottom bracket, which would be awesome. But it had grease coming out, so I know it's not a cartridge bottom bracket. But they greased it because I can see the grease creeping out. Everything was fine. The rims were true out of the box. Of course, it's a fat tire bike, so not as warpable as other. Rip the bike bell. Well, maybe I'll just say ring. Ring! So you get the bike bell ring. So Jorge and technically DIY Solar Energy ring. So there we go. And is that Jorge? Please let me know. If it's George Javier or something, let me know, because I want to say your name properly. And by the way, cute kid in your icon there. So bike box hate, 3 things I covered. One on that. The second one on that is that, you know, I started out being a big box bike hater. the first few videos, big box bike hate. And then I slowly learned to respect them for what they are and what can be done with them. And here we are today. And also, the Diamondback. Now remember Diamondback, DIY Solar Energy knows this because he has the Diamondback that we used to ride when we first started mountain biking. That was bought at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they were basically, you know, that big box bike, just that one step up, like a GT or something like that. That's Dick's Sporting Goods kind of bike. I guess Schwinn's Signature, well, those are technically big box, or excuse me, bike shop as well. And I see it's going to pop up here in this just a second. James Wasco. Oh, hey, yeah, I remember your icon. And I also remember your name, so you gave a super chat last time. It was 25 bucks. 25 bucks. I rang the bell incredibly loud for you many times. But ring ring of the bike bell ring. So what did you say here? Kev, what I learned since last live stream, as long as your rim is at least 20% smaller than the tire, it is good. Thought you should pass. Are you talking about being able to put... I don't know what you're talking about. What am I'm missing something. Are you talking about the width of a rim? Is that what you're talking about? The width? Like going from a 21 millimeter down to a 19, and that would work with the same tire? Is that what you're referencing? I think possibly so. If so, then thank you for sharing that. And also for the super chat and ring with the virtual bike bell. Again, not doing this because it's so loud. But Diamondback, they used to be big box. And DIY Solar Energy can tell you that at the time, I mean, nobody looked down on us when we were out at the trail. Well, a couple times. I saw some people from out of state have mentioned, I'm talking about asking if my rim brake Trek 4300 was tubeless, right before I even knew what tubeless was, and if it had disc brakes. But some people look down, but mostly not. However, you know, recently Diamondback, it was still a big box brand for the most part, but all of a sudden started getting popular. We know Seth's Bike Hacks, a big Diamondback guy, and now look at Diamondback. They are a massive brand, so who's to say we can't do the same thing with Schwinn, with Mongoose, any of our bikes that we're riding, Hyper, any of these bikes. And Hyper is supposed to be releasing some more advanced stuff. Somebody's birthday. Wait a minute, whose birthday is it? Happy Adria. It's not my birthday, but thank you. I guess early. I hope it's your birthday or something. Green Blob Bike Show. That is coming within the next couple of days. Now that I will be posting again at the end of this video, I will be letting you guys know as soon as I'm hitting go live on the 5th bike from the 5 bikes, 5 days. New York, Luis, he says ring ring. Yes, for that bell. Think the Explorer is a good bike. I was let down by the Explorer, not because it was a bad bike, but because it was supposed to replace. I'm gonna lower that alert volume a little more here. Only because it was supposed to replace the Hyperhydroform. And when I saw that skinnier head tube, they did go one by. They made some good strides, but they replaced the Hydroform with 2 bikes, and I didn't like that. That said, when I got that bike on the trail, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So yes, it's an okay bike. Yeah, not bad at all. Nothing wrong with it. It's a good bike, even in its factory form, for very, very light trail, very hard packed, smooth trails. And I'm sure as capable as some of the others that I've done. As a matter of fact, well, I'm not going to tell you, but you may be seeing some modifications to the Hyper Explorer, the hardtail, not the full suspension. And did you said Hyper Explorer? Do you have the full suspension version? Because if you do, I haven't measured the rear shock. I may have, but I don't think I've measured the rear shock. And Zoom 870, I haven't forgotten you. Saw that come in, but I haven't measured the rear shock, so I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to measure it and then let you know if that. So come back after this is all over with, and I'll comment down in the chat section of this video. And if I forget, you can go to my website and hit chat and remind me, and I can respond to you there. So you scored an Axum DP for... Oh, you scored an Axum DP for $400 and an aluminum comp for the wife. Nice. That's really awesome. Was it the 2020 or the 2021 Axum DP? Doesn't matter. Both great bikes. I'd be curious which one it is. So that's my rant or rave, whatever, about big box bike hate. A lot of B's and then an H. So BH photography. If you agree with that, let me know. And now let me scroll through some of these chats here. Normal mountain bike. What did you do with the Colorado? I still have the Colorado. I just got it together back again. I'd stripped it of parts a long time ago. And I got it reassembled, I don't know, what, a month or two ago. I made a quick Trail Talk video about that. So you can check that out. When is the XR Pros merch coming? I'm asking for, or I'm going to ask for permission on something. So hold up on that. But I'm trying. I am trying on that. So we'll see. And DIY Solar Energy is talking about his 20-year-old Diamondback. Still looks good. Be showing some pics of it soon. I will? No, just kidding. I will. You send them, I will show them. Captain Cogs, Captain Cogs is talking. WH Bonnie, assuming I'm saying your name right, I remember you from the last 2 live chats. Thank you for being here. Okay, well, Kev, do you think the Schwinn Millsap is a decent road bike? I don't do road bikes. I don't even know what the Millsap is. So, hey, big truck, big RV. I appreciate it. And you'll be happy to know I have the bike bell ring, but I'm going ring ring rather than that really loud. What is that there? I missed Clifford Boatner Jr. Unless that just hasn't come through yet. But Clifford, I'll get right back to you. But big truck, big RV. Mentioned him last time. He's got a channel much larger than mine, and he does RV stuff. And you know I'm kind of on that RV hunt. And I saw your email right before I came down here. So I will get up with Mr. Matt tomorrow. But I appreciate it very much. I haven't read all the email. Just saw the first sentence of it there in the preview. Thank you. And just because you're a nice guy, worth upgrading the group set to Diore or SX on big box bikes. Yeah, if you can afford it. You can afford it. The reason I use what I use is I usually try to stay in that budget realm. Because it's one thing to be able to buy $120, $130, $140 group set, an entire other. I just heard somebody buy a sticker. An entire other to spend $249 or so on a group set. But thank you so much for that super chat, and thank you for the contact. I'll be talking with you via email later. Clifford Boatner Jr., thanks for the great content. Kev, do you have any hacks for getting tubeless tires on a rim without purchasing a $100 air pump? You know, I am so torn over tubeless because it is awesome. Tubeless is awesome, but it's such a pain. It gets me so mad. I want to go off screen to grab it, but I use an air compressor. If you have an air compressor, there's a little dial gauge. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go off screen. I see someone else super chat. Let me grab this. I use this this way. I use this, and it'll go on Presta, and I think I can use this with Schrader. I guess I left my compressor on. I use that, and I hope I haven't missed anyone here on Super Chat. I see Meg, so just a second. Clifford, there we go. That's what I use. Other than that, I mean, I've seen people do it with a regular little pump and just pump like crazy. That's my only tip, would be to get their $16 or $20 on Amazon. Those things well worth the money if you have a compressor. Mega Man 382, another $5 super chat. And by the way, virtual bell ring for both Big RV again, Big Truck, Big RV again. Go check out his channel as soon as we're done. And after you watch the video that's coming up right after this. And also Clifford Boatner Jr., thank you so much. Get back down here to Mega Man 382. Wish I lived around you. You would love my Trek Police e-bike. Yes, I would. Not only that, but the video that I'm uploading right after this includes a brief little snippet from some police. So, interesting little thing. DIY Solar Energy knows the story on that. But thank you, and I would love that. Those police bikes, even being an e-bike, does it have the silent hub? Because the Trek police bikes have the silent hub, so they can coast up on somebody. So that would be awesome. Yes, Mega Man, thank you for the $5. Ring ring of the virtual bell. Again, just trying to protect people's hearing until I get my Stream Deck And I know this is loud for you guys with those notifications. What I see? I see that Big Truck Big RV was giving someone advice there. Friend's air compressor. Yes, your friend's air compressor. Excellent, excellent idea. Go over to a friend's air compressor and use that. You can get them to snap right into shape. Tom Ward, will the IXF crankset work with the boundary? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. All the old boundary and the new boundary. So stage 2 video on that coming. Yes, that'll be coming soon, including I'm changing out the crankset that's on it. So that's a good segue into that. Captain's Cog, $40 Harbor Freight air compressor, that will work. Skills of Phil has a video where he uses a Home Depot garden sprayer. Interesting. Interesting. Be worth looking at. I might go check that out after the thing. Garden sprayer. I wonder how that would work. Canon Cycling, and I haven't mentioned this, but everyone that comments during this live stream or any of my live streams or even videos, I go through after the fact and I look through every one of your comments and I read every single one of them because I appreciate every comment. Everyone's part of the channel. I hope that you are all subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, please do, and give this live stream a thumbs up. That helps in the algorithm. Including the video that I'm releasing tonight, be sure to give that a thumbs up. That helps in the algorithm. The last 2 videos have been pretty impressive stats wise. A couple new super chats here. James Wasco again, my friend James. Thank you so much, James. Ring of this fake bell now here right now. Thank you for your action crank and Snell chainring video. Yes, you can do that on a square taper, so you don't have to change out the bottom bracket, because you do have to have the bottom bracket tool to get the new one on. If you use an external, if you use the Snell chain ring, you only have to have the crank puller. Some people do it with the hammer. Wife's bike build's looking sweet. She totally loves the new 1x7. That is so awesome. Very awesome. I'm glad she's happy too, because, well, I'm not going to say the cliche, but you know. Mega Man 382, not as quite as it runs a Boost 148 hub set. Okay, alright, but I get, well, electric motor would make noise anyway, so kind of pointless. You're going to sneak up on somebody with an electric motor, but I'd be very impressed to see that. You know, you can go to my website and share an image, and if you do that before the next 2 or before tomorrow, I might can sneak it into my bike show celebration for our 100K subscriber celebration. Seagrave 73, another super chat here. Seagrave 73, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Virtual ring of the bike bell for you. Ring. Trying to save hearing. And I see that you didn't type a message. I know sometimes those super chat, the way that they work, it can happen without you typing a message. It's really weird the way they set that up. So if you meant to type something, please let me know, and maybe DIY Solar Energy will be able to let me know, and I can go and look at it. Let's see, Sonia, formerly Spectrum, hello. So Spectrum, my patron Spectrum, a loyal friend of KevCentral here. We've never met, but I feel like we're loyal, good friends. I appreciate you being there. So you've got a new screen name? Interesting.
Hey, Kev,
hey.
Real quick.
Yeah.
The gentleman just asked a question that did a super chat.
Oh, okay. What was that? Was Seagrave 73. Let me scroll down here. I'm going with Tubeless. Oh, it's going by so fast. Everything's happening so fast. So you've got a Trek DS3. Where is it at? I'm going Tubeless. Do you recommend using the Bontrager GTRs for replacements? I like Bontrager tires. Now, I'm not familiar right off the top of my head with if GTRs are tubeless ready tires. Are they? I'm assuming they are, GTR. But I'm going tubeless. Now your DS3 will probably have tubeless ready wheels. You probably have to buy the inserts that Trek sells. But yeah, I would think so, but ask your local bike shop. That's what they're there for, and why you pay for a Trek. So you got that local bike shop to answer important questions so you don't waste your money. Because, you know, it's great that you watch, but don't listen to anyone on the internet until you verify some stuff sometimes, because internet people can get crazy. No, I'm not crazy. only on the weekends, and it's during the week. So I see Sam M. Are you familiar with the Mongoose Durham? I also have a boundary that was damaged and waiting for parts. I want to keep one for the girlfriend. I don't know which one. I'm not from. I've heard the name, so I know I've looked it up because I'm familiar with that name. But I don't know right off the top of my head what bike that is, what type of bike that is, if it's a mountain bike, whatever. The boundary was damaged. What happened? Was it a headset bearing? Was it a headset bearing? I'm curious. So let me know in the comments what that was. What that was. Boundary's a hard bike to beat. It's a good bike. So get rid of this here. Just scroll down a little further here. CJ Wright. Have you reached out for a Fazari test bike? I'd like to know more about them. No, I haven't. I don't routinely, CJ Wright, thank you, and for both you and Sam M, virtual ring of the bike bell ring. Thank you so much for your super chats. But no, I don't routinely reach out to companies. I usually let them reach out to me, exception being priority. I told them, hey, I'm a YouTube channel, and I think at that time I had like 10,000 subscribers. I've got 10,000 subscribers. Can I buy your Onyx? And I want to give it a review. And they gave me a coupon code that they were about to release to knock down prices. So I guess I got an early discount out of it. So that was cool. But no, I'll look at their stuff. And I hope maybe they would contact me, all these bike companies. I get a lot of e-bike companies all of a sudden. Well, for the past 6 months, it's been a lot of e-bike companies. These aren't tubeless unless you have TLR in the name. Thank you, Dominic something. Sorrentini? Thank you for helping out there. I'm assuming that you're talking about that Trek DS and those GTR Bontrager tires for our friend earlier. Who was that? Well, I don't want to get lost here in the chats anymore. Again, I see his name there. Seagrave73. Again, I will go through this chat and look always. I always read every person's chat after the fact. Electric bike can do 31 miles per hour in settings. Must be top secret. You can unlock the XP, but I believe that the unlock speed is 28 miles an hour, unless they've changed it. I know they talked about 31, or was it 35? Initially it was going to be 35, and then they lowered it, and then they finally came out, production bikes, with 28 unlockable, 20 or so 2022 out of the box. Wait until you see this Hemiway that's right here behind me. Wait until you see that video. Again, coming up immediately after this live chat. The last thing I do will be telling you guys I'm going live with this. I'm publishing it. Better check my MacBook battery here. Ooh, that's low. Did I save? Yeah, I saved that. So let me get back here to the screen to uploads. And then I'm going to shut that, save my battery. And I will publish that and let you know. But wait till you see what this thing will do. Amazing. Amazing. One of the great things. Head over now. And I love electric XPs. And the beauty about when you say an electric, but it's not right because it's electric XP. The beauty about those is they're folding. So like this Hemiway, and I mentioned this in the video, this thing weighs 86.9 pounds, something like that, because it's actually a moped. It's not really, it's a bike, because mopeds are technically bikes, but I mean, it's more moped. But the electric, you can fold that, stick it in a closet, carry it upstairs, stick it under your desk, whatever you want to do with it. I've got two folded right over there. Mason Dittmers from your vid. Don't know what that was. I'll have to go back and look at that. Ben Chang, see that name. Fishopedia, I like that name. Pretty cool. Why don't you do jumps? I don't want to get hurt. That's why I don't do jumps. Martin the Fisherman, 2 fishing people back to back. What are the odds of that? Probably high, because that is I used to know the number. It was something like $2 billion a year industry. It's crazy how much money fishing generates. Well, the Axum will be back in stock, available even after the new one is released. I'm assuming Martin the Fisherman, and hey, Sal Picataggio, hello to you. Hemingway is one of the Facebook ads I get a lot. Yes, it is, and that's how I found them. I see Velo bikes. That's what your thoughts on recumbent bikes. Never ridden a recumbent bike. But Sal Picataggio, Hemingway, it's with an I, by the way. It's not like That would be cool though, right? A Hemi engine. The Hemingway, and they got it from Hemingway. Some Hemingway, it means something. Ernest Hemingway style. But my father said, "Hey, I saw this nice looking e-bike on Facebook. You ought to give that company a call." Well, Dad, I don't call companies. He said, "It looks really good." Then he came back a little later. "I saw another one. Looks really good." Like, I'll go look at them, whatever. The next morning I wake up, I have an email from Hemingway Bikes. I want to know if I want to take a look at one of their bikes. And they gave me the option to review any of their bikes. And I saw that one. And oh, that's it. Because I have kind of a fetish for scooters, big Vespa guy. I've had all kinds of scooters, mopeds. And in Alabama, people call scooters mopeds, which are not. You have to have pedals to technically be a moped. But it's not worth the argument here. But Martin the Fisherman, when will it be back in stock? Or will it be back in stock? And if you're asking about the black one, the standard, I can't remember what color. It was green or something, but they did also have a black model, but I never saw that one in person. I don't know. I need to ask. Again, Schwinn, I haven't had as much communication with them this year as I normally have because I know their supply is in flux. Their words. In flux, well with everyone else. I've heard that from multiple places. So I'm assuming they're all kind of waiting until they find out what's going to be available. When did you start liking bikes? Have you been riding since childhood? Yeah, I've been riding since childhood, but like most people, that's Ian Gustafsson. Yes, but like many people, see Cendriel there, and hey, Harry Grimley, hello to you. Yes, I've been riding since I was a kid, but like many people, I stopped when I got a car. Went till I was in my early 20s and then started riding again. And whose super chat did I miss one? Aaron behind the bars. The other $5 was donated for your name to the Human Fund. Money for people. Human Fund, yes. Truly a Seinfeld fan there. And if you don't know what the Human Fund is, George Costanza on Seinfeld, he was a guy that worked harder trying not to work than most people work. That was Jerry Seinfeld. You work harder. You work a full-time job trying not to work. Well, he had this job, and it was Christmas time, and everybody was giving presents. He got mad because this one guy would always give him a donation in the name of something. So he made up a fake charity called the Human Fund, Money for People. It was to help the Krakatoans. And he started distributing these cards, and I made a donation of $25 in your name to the Human Fund. And the boss was so impressed by it that he decided to use the company's overage of like $115,000 and donate it to the Human Fund. So George, yeah, it went from there. But one of my sayings, I always say, George was always like, I think I'm going to use the money. I'm going to become a philanthropist. He's like, I think I would be a really good philanthropist because then I could do things for people and then they would owe me big time. And I say that all the time. Anyone, hey, can you help me with this? Yes, and then you'll owe me big time. Paul Maloney, and ring to you. Thank you for the super chat, and also to Paul Maloney, just supporting the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate all these super chats and everyone, super chat or not. Jeffrey B with his 31 miles per hour. I appreciate that. Summer of George. Summer of George. Yes, I want to make this the summer of KevCentral. I like that idea. Hey.
Uncle Bobby asked, are you into vintage scooters?
Yes, Uncle Bobby. You will see in the there's some picture in the you will see a quick little collage of a few Vespas, and in the middle is a it might be a 56 Vespa GS that I restored. I bought it. It was in a barn. It was in pretty bad shape. I restored it and sold it. So yes, I used to be. I don't ride scooters anymore. It got too dangerous. Once everyone had smartphones, too dangerous. But yeah, I've had anything from vintage up to GTS Super Sport SE, the 300 from Vespa. And you'll notice in the video, I mentioned a Honda Passport, but a Vespa 150S pops up in the thing. I'm sure somebody's going to comment about that. But that was my Vespa 150S, and something messed up when I was doing the pictures. That was supposed to be a Honda. Anyway, EVS, the rad bikes are nice. Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on a rad bike. They make some good stuff. But again, thank you, Paul Maloney. Virtual ring of the bike bell. I'll have the stream deck next time, hopefully. 31 miles per hour. I see that again. All the exclamation points make me think of Seinfeld too. Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Uncle Bobby, oh yeah. Did I answer Uncle Bobby's question, DIY Solar? I did, I think. Festivus for the rest of
Yes.
us.
Yes, you did.
Grayleaf, I used to have a Festivus party every year. I still have to this day, and I know DIY Solar Energy's seen it. I have a Festivus pole. Not one when they started making them commercially, which my mom got me, that now I use, a smaller one. I made my own Festivus pole out of an aluminum pole, high tensile because of its strength. So I am a big Festivus person. Feats of strength, the whole thing. Of course, at that point, I had a lot of female friends that were hanging out over here, so feats of strength were a lot more fun than they are than they are probably with my friend group today, which nobody now because of COVID. I'm sorry, the answer is moops. I don't know what that must be. So any four-stroke vintage? No, all my older stuff was two-stroke. I don't have any four-stroke vintage, but technically you could call the first Vespa. What were they? The first Vespa is like the something, it's like numbers or something. They released them in the late 80s, the four strokes. Technically those are best vintage now, but they look pretty similar to the 150s that they sell now. Ever snapped any components or a frame? I'm sure I've snapped components. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. I know I broke a pedal. I'm sure I've snapped something, just not coming to me. Frames, no. I've never snapped a frame, ever. Glad you joined, David. And there's my friend Spectrum again. And there's Connor DeBoy. And I thought the one that had somebody that had the Cobra Kai name. Okay, Kevin. Got an Amazon fat bike for $300 and can't find. If you would let me know what you can't find, I would like to help you know how to salvage. Is that XD or is that a smiley face thing with the squinted eyes? Not sure. Not cool enough to know. I see James Flemont. Is that Fleming? They have a new Schwinn Axum out. It's blue. They have a new Schwinn Axum out that is red with blue graphics. Is there another one that I haven't seen yet that's blue? Or be curious to see. Interesting. I might have to look. Moop was the Bubble Boy episode. Moops, yes! Southern Mountain Bike Trails. Thank you. Also, Southern, cool. But thank you, yes, the Bubble Boy. God, so much Seinfeld. We could make this a whole Seinfeld talk. I won't do it. I want Serenity Now. Serenity Now. I won't do it. I ought to get one of those beeper watches for Serenity Now. Okay, this is going to ding in a second, so I'll let it ding for our buddy James Velasco. Here we go. Is it possible to either get a full zip hoodie or a regular sweatshirt with the big logo on the back and a little on the front? Yes. I think they're about to do some modifications to the Teespring stores because they're changing from Teespring to Spring. SPRI.NG. But yeah, I can absolutely make a custom. Anything that they do that's a regular product, if anybody wants to buy something like that, yeah, let me know and I can design it and give you and just hide that one thing and then give you a custom link to it. Absolutely. I figured I would do sweatshirts and stuff when it got more closer to the fall, but yeah, if you want something like that, let me know. It wouldn't take me long at all to design that, and more designs coming. More stuff coming, including some limited editions. I'm going to do limited edition things where I only do them and they might be out there for 2 weeks. Or if it's a sticker, there might be 50 made. I really like this, by the way. So a few people have bought those. And again, I have this. I have the back. I'll put this up as soon as we're done with the live chat. And I post a video, the new video that's coming right after this. This sold out. It was, for some reason, super popular. I figured a lot of the other ones would go faster, but that did. But thank you, James Wasco. Another virtual ring of the bike bell. Thank you to you. All right, again, I'll read everybody's comment. Hey, Joshua Tree. Scott Evans, you're at Joshua Tree right now. Are you an RVer? Just curious. We got to see a lot of RVers post videos from Joshua Tree. And again, earlier, Big Truck, Big RV, he commented, and he gave me a contact in the RV industry. So also, give his channel a look. He's got a couple of high-end bikes. So RVers unite, I guess, and RVers and bikes go together. Ian Gustafson, do you have any other hobbies besides cycling? Yeah, I have a lot. Although not as much now. Is complaining a hobby? Is that a hobby? Pretty good at it. That's no ranting about things like bad products, stuff like that. I'm good at that. No, I do have a few other hobbies. Can't think of any right now, but I do. There's a lot of stuff I do. Used to game a lot. Don't do that as much. Manveer Singh, Kev. Well, hey to you. I appreciate you being here. Oscar Jean Baptiste. How to build. Oh, scrolling on me. How to build a budget bike when you're really broke. That's what big box bikes are for. You get what you can, you ride with it as is, and knowing its limits. And then as you can, one component at a time. Doesn't matter first if that's grips, which are a good first thing to do budget wise, because you can get some grips as cheap as under $10. Some decent ones for $5.99 I've seen. And then you slowly work your way into upgrading. That is what big box biking and what KevCentral, one of the main focuses here. Of course, KevCentral is not just big box bikes. I do varying all tiers, but mostly affordable side of cycling. Like this Hemingway, that's a $1,600 bike. But by e-bike standards, considering what it'll do, that's on the budget side. Does a holographic version of the sticker bend okay? You mean to wrap around a bike frame or something? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. It's bendable and adherable. Also UV and water resistant. And all the stickers. UV and water resistant. Might as well, since I'm on, always remind everybody I have the shirts now, and it's KevCentral.store. KevCentral.store. No .com, just .store. And more coming. And that was Sendrio that asked about that. Seagrave73, another $5. Thank you, Seagrave. Again, I'm assuming you meant to put a comment with that. If you did, DIY Solar Energy will let me know. And another shout out to DIY Solar Energy. He has a battery-ish channel. I'm sure he does other stuff. There will be doing other stuff too. He has a bike battery. I was ready for this. He has an on-way bike battery rebuild, where he took one of these on-way batteries and he took it apart and shows all the cells in it and talks about that there are two fuses and this fuse wasn't connected to anything, that one was, and this fuse they had done something else down low. So he has a great channel. If you, when you get done with this and you get done with doing all the other great stuff and watching the new video, head over to his channel and subscribe, and we'll be doing collaborations. He's actually going to do a Raton battery rebuild, and we're going to collaborate on that. I'm going to be on the video, so it'll be both of us talking as he's going through the battery. And that's Seagrave, I guess, that I saw pop up. I heard another super chat, but I imagine that was Seagrave73. But thank you, Seagrave. And oh, here's the question. One more question. What's the intel on bike manufacturers' inventory of bikes, either Trek or big box stores? Want to buy another bike? I'm scrolling the wrong way. It's funny, Windows scrolls exactly opposite of the Mac. Or buy another bike, but not sure where to go. I do love my Trek DS3. Trek DS3s are awesome. I had a Trek, my re-entry back into biking, somebody asked about. I got out of biking, I got back in with the Trek 4300, and then I got out of it, and then I got back in with the Trek DS1. And right after I bought the DS1, I wished I would have bought the DS2 or the DS3. Great bikes. But your question, the only intel that I have is every manufacturer that I've talked to. I will say the local bike shop said that if you go in right now this was 3 weeks ago, they said if you go in right now and you want to buy, say, a Trek Marlin 7, the delivery date was sometime in spring of 2022. So that should tell you something. And big box stores, there's sporadic inventory popping up around, but Schwinn has told me that the bike, and Mongoose, so Schwinn and Mongoose, that it's in flux. Inventories are in flux. I think things might be improving a little bit. I hope so, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're getting over the hump on this pandemic, even though it looks like there's another upward spike about to happen. But hopefully, with more people getting vaccinated and so many people no, poor people that have passed away, but so many people now have antibodies, hopefully, getting on the other side of that. Where's your Cannondale? I don't have that anymore. I got rid of it. It was too big for me, and I was always worried about breaking it. But I will probably, that's Toby Dog 207, I will probably, what's your favorite bike? Cole Arnold, I'll get to that. I will probably get another. I love Cannondale. I really like Cannondale. And you know, Pacific Cycle owns Cannondale. They should totally send me one of their new lefties. Oh, wait, I do have my lefty Cannondale. Are you talking about that? I do have that bike. 2006 Rush 3000 in raw. Her bikes won't see normal supply until 2022. It's what I'm hearing too. Eddie Rickenbacker. So there's that. Cole Arnold. Favorite bike? That's hard. I don't have a favorite bike because I like so many, and it depends upon what I'm doing. If I am wanting something foldable that I can go in an e-bike that ride around, Electric XP, great bike. One definitely at the top of my list of favorites, but I like the Priority Continuum Onyx. I mean, all the Priority bikes. That Ace, did you see that video? Pretty sharp, snazzy bike, that Ace. There's so many bikes. Of my project bikes that I've done, I can tell you hands down, Project Comp V2.2 is my favorite. And there's some close contenders for that. Okay, DIY Solar Energy, you see me shifting here? I'm back on my... I'm back on my...
track. We got a schedule to follow. Come on, no, I'm joking.
Yeah, I got last time the live chat went so long, my booty started getting numb and my legs. I thought I was gonna have blood clots. So at the start of this, I was setting up everything. I have a chair over here, a stool, but it puts me up too high. And DIY Solar Energy was like, "Hey, get your stool out, get everything ready. You raise your TV or whatever, get your stool out." So, oh no, it'll be fine. This one won't last that long because I've got to release a video. And what time is it? 8:59. By 9:30 at the latest, we'll wrap this up. Matter of fact, let's do this quicker. Let's do this quicker here. Let's go through. Andrew Cannon, hey buddy. How did the polygon geometry match up with the 2017 Raleigh Tokyo 1? I saw your comment. I didn't respond to that yet because I haven't looked up the actual specs on the polygon, but I will tell you it sits differently than the
Kevin.
Tokyo 1. Yeah, I see. I was waiting on it to ding. Now that one might actually get a bike bell ring.
That gets an interruption. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does. It gets the DIY Solar Energy interruption there. But I'll go ahead and give a tease on it. It'll ring here in a second. This is from James Wasco. James, man, I really appreciate it. I don't know. That's an actual ring. So mute your ears. Wait. Oh, that was pretty close to my ear. James Wasco, $100, man. $100. It'll pop up on your screen here in any time. But I'll go ahead and tell you what he said, and then you can read along as it pops up. Just made my night. You just made my night. I'm the guy who wears sweatshirts all year long. Well, that's cool. I used to have a friend that did the same thing. Thank you, Kev. Sounds like Costco Wasco. Costco Wasco. Okay. Wasco. So I've been saying it properly. Man, thank you. Thank you. So, there it is. There, that took a long time. I guess I was processing that $100, man. You know, you have crushed. Hey, wait a minute. What happens if I click this? Does it do anything? No. I have this credits thing. Oh, wait. What if I do this? Anything popping out there? Nope, nothing. Got nothing. I have this credits thing that I'm going to start trying to do at the end for super chatters. Man, thank you. That'll be up for a while. So I'll come back to that. And I'll reference you again for that. Man, that is... You're helping me get so close. Getting closer. Not so close. Still way far away, but getting closer to the RV. Of course, my buddy at Big Truck Big RV, he's given me a contact that is a big player in the RV industry and a YouTuber, so we will see. Yeah, look at DIY Solar Energy with this thing. Look at Cole Arnold also celebrating for our buddy James Wasco. James, man, I might make a shirt with your name on it. Wear it in a live stream here. That's pretty nice. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And ring, 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 yes. Buddy Andrew Cannon. I've actually met Andrew Cannon. He bought the Raleigh Tokyo 1 from me and then crashed it or something, didn't you? Broke my toe cool. Broke my toe cool. Wow, that came out southern. No, Andrew, awesome guy. Awesome guy. He wanted to buy, had that freakishly large e-bike from some company, kind of made fun of it, and they thanked me for their video. And I get, that's the thing, you know, you send a bike, I'm gonna be honest, and I kind of knocked some things about it. I called the buttons Fisher Price and all this stuff, and they thanked me, but they haven't sent any more bikes. So actually they did send another bike. I'm wrong. But I like companies that are willing to let their products stand on their own. Salsa Productions, very POG. Let's see here. Grayleaf. Saw Grayleaf say something. Phenomenal, James. Yeah, everybody. James, look at you. Most popular guy in class, in our bike class here at KevCentral. Our Monday night bike class. Don't know if I'm going to settle on Monday night or not. What do you guys think? Guys, gals, whatever, how you ever identify. Is it, I've seen those big truck, big RV videos. Yeah, good stuff. He's very intelligent in that market, and apparently a super nice guy. Do you guys like Monday night, or would you prefer some other night? That Thursday night worked pretty well. I like Thursday night, but I'm liking this Monday too. And this could probably go as long as the others, except for I want to get that video out, and I don't want to send a notification out too late for people, because I don't want to be that jerk that's uploading a video at midnight and makes your phone ring, because there are about 3 or 4 people I subscribe to that wake me up regularly, and I sleep light anyway, and I'm always wanting to watch videos, so I wake up to stuff all the time.
Poll, Kevin?
Do what?
Doing a community post on a poll, like a Monday through Friday poll.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll do a poll in the community group. Another super chat here from Fire2Box, excuse me. So that stimulus check was meant to buy e-bikes, right? Yeah, that's right. Meant to buy whatever you need to meet your needs, if an e-bike is your need. I got a Rad Runner coming this week. Congratulations. Very well built bikes. The one that I've seen looked very well built, and a lot of people brag on them. Thanks for all the budget friendly Thanks for all the budget friendly content. I appreciate you. Fire2Box, thank you so much for the super chat. Now, echo again. Our James Wasco with his $100 super chat. Man, I hope I'm not causing you any financial hardship with that. That is so nice. And trying not to be too loud here. Fake ring of the bike bell for both of you. Again for James Wasco and for Fire2Box. I appreciate it. Get back in here to comments, because you know I have topics, but it's so fun reading what you guys are saying. How's Navarro bikes? I have seen a Navarro bike, and I've never ridden a Navarro bike that I'm aware of. And yes, DIY Solar Energy, just let everybody know I always go back and read all of these messages. We got my buddy Sonia, formerly Spectrum. Work schedule is madness. No amount of consistency, so literally anything goes for me. Well, that's awesome. Monday works great for James Wasco, and he gets about 100 votes. Buddy James Wasco. And yeah, I'm gonna design something nice for you too, and you might get some free stickers out of this. If you don't, well, I'll know when I set up the shirt. Be sure you message me on my website. That way when I set up the shirt, I will have a link to be able to send you a link to the hoodie. Whenever I get that done, I will be able to send you a link for that, and then I'll get your address, and I'll send you, you're getting some stickers. You know, I appreciate that. A coaster, I'll send you a little thank you packet. It's very nice. Sarah and Curtis get a Schwinn Kempo circuit. I don't have any plans, but I never know what I'm going to run across. I review what I run across. When it's at the right time, I try to scout out those little cells and stuff. Every now and then, Schwinn sends me bikes to be able to review. Shirt, a little funky at the collar there. Move around. Brief thoughts on cranksets. This is Ian Gustafson. I'm considering purchasing a set to upgrade, a 3x. Would you recommend the JG bike cranks or the IXF cranksets? I've used both with great success. I don't make recommendations, but they've both worked for me. I'll say that. And I'm impressed with the JG bike for $39.99. You get everything, and that is on Project Axum DP that it will no longer be. It's going to get downgraded. I'm going to use those parts on the new Project Axum DP 2021 version. Chongdo. You ever review the Polygon N8 or N9? Polygon, it's looking like Bikes Online is going to send me a fairly steady stream of bikes to review. That's the vibe I got. That they would send me multiple bikes to review. And if you don't know, that one that I just reviewed, that Cascade, which a decent bike, pretty good bike. You know, I mean, all these bikes compete with local bike shop stuff. And that's going to a local guy. The guy that got the red line for me and crashed the red line so hard it warped the crank. Not broke it, warped it. Well, how you do that? But he did that, and he is actually getting that Cascade 4. And tonight, if I could have gotten the other camera up if I wasn't running late, because I had so much going on. I was trying to get this video. By the way, I want to say never, but 5 bikes in 5 days, that's tough. That's tough. I haven't slept very well. I'm sure I've got huge bags under my eyes. But dealing with the flooded basement, trying to fix the roof because it was leaking there, and do film, edit, and it's just me. So I do all my own filming, I do all my own assembly, I do all the editing, then I do the voiceover, and I finished that video, what DIY Solar Energy, like 3 hours ago? It was a new finish, so that was tough. But yeah, I forgot where I was going. I'm kind of scatterbrained because it's so late. All right, a few more here. Ultimaniac, I like that name. Sold my Axum because it was too big for me. Dropped a lot of money upgrading my 2020 aluminum comp. How much buyer's remorse will I have when the new Axum is unveiled? You may have some. You may have some. You guys are my live chatters. So I will tease a little bit about what's the big feature for that new Axum DP. And it's just like this Dolomite ALX. So the one outstanding feature on that makes it so flexible, frame sizing, is what makes the new Axum so awesome. So the new Axum DP. So there you go. So you guys got it first here, and all because you're live chatters. And man, I should have probably typed that up and sent it to James Wasco, buddy, with his $100 super chat. Just heard someone else buy a sticker. Thank you so much. And remember, after this is up on that same eBay store that probably DIY Solar Energy has sent you links to, I will have the new old, this cassette, prototype cassette thing that I only had a few of, but sold right out. I got more of those. I'll be putting those up. I mean, I could do it live right now, but I'd rather not, because you watch those live streams and then people are, and they start looking at their phone and texting. One's had a date, and she would not get off her phone in the movie theater. I'm a big movie buff guy. And yeah, she texted the entire time. Drove me crazy. You grimly teased me, Kev. You're talking about with that new DP and the sized frames. Pedals itself, no, but that would be cool. Hey, that's what you get the Hemiway for. It's pedal itself. Which, another tease, since you guys are here, this Hemiway will do full speed with its throttle. First e-bike I've ever seen that'll do that. And I unlocked it. So easy to unlock. Frame sizing is going to be a game changer. It absolutely is. I almost said axolotly is. Rest in peace, me, Ultimaniac. No, because you have a good bike. You have a good bike already. So, but you got rid of the one that didn't fit you. You know, that 19-inch frame Axum DP, that's right at my tolerable level. I mean, I'm not as comfortable on it as I am something with 17-inch frame. So, the new being sized will be awesome. Man, if they make an Axum DP carbon, that would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, so let's see, fire to box, new Axum. So should I sell my old Marlin 5? I don't know. I don't tell anyone what to do. How old is the Marlin 5 will be my first thing. Sticker is the KevCentral sticker. I like that name. Captain's Cog. I like that name. Carbon fiber forks. I'm a fan of that. After riding that Ace, Mark Stevens, after riding that Ace, woo, carbon fiber forks are the stuff, especially on a rigid bike. Pretty awesome. Man, that Priority, Priority's such a good company, and they've actually done a lot for the channel a lot. You know, they sent me all those helmets that I gave away back when giveaways were okay and didn't get any prying eyes. They gave me all those helmets to give away. I still have one on Copernicus over there. And I ride it in the winter. They're kind of warm though. Those stacks in the summer, in the southern humidity, summer kind of warm. Something about a movie I see. It's all going by so fast. It's happening so fast, all this chat. Do you have a free will sticker? you can make the cassette. Because technically it's cassette, but it only has 4 cogs. 1, 2, 3, 4. It only has 4 cogs, and I think 2 of them are, oh no, they're offset. But yeah, so you could make that a 4-speed cassette if you wanted to, with the logo in the middle. That's pretty funny. Ben Chang, Trail Rider 36. I don't think I've said your name yet. Would you do a review of the Polygon Extra 7 from Bikes Online? Again, I just mentioned earlier, looks like I'm going to be having a few Bikes Online bikes. So we'll see how that goes. And man, I was looking at their website. They've got this high-end carbon fiber full suspension. Ooh, that thing looked sharp. We'll see, more bike than I would need, but hey, it's always better. Well, it's not always better to have more bike. I always have had this saying, my car's a 3-cylinder car. And I remember when I was shopping for 3-cylinder cars, I got between the Mitsubishi Mirage and the, what's that Chevy? The Spark, and the Chevy Spark, which was the one that initially I wanted. And the salesman was in with me and I was driving, and he said, you know, it's not fun driving these little cars with these small engines. And I said, hey, it's more fun to take a small engine and push it to its limit and have fun with it than it is to have a big engine in a fancy car and not be able to use it. He said, I'm going to start using that when I'm selling cars. And I got that from, you know, a lot of my friends are from Europe. And I got that in school. We had exchange students, and I was even an exchange student coordinator for a while right after I got out of high school. And they, you know, European race cars, a lot of them have tiny engines. You know, Porsche always. Smaller engines, but more power. So, well, not always. They do have some bigger engines. Manveer Singh, do you ever have a plan going to Vitus Nucleus? You know that Vitus stuff, a lot of people recommend it. So I'd like to take a look at them. The problem is monetary. If I was able to review every bike that I wanted and I had to buy them all, and I buy a lot of what I review I buy, but ooh, get expensive fast when you get outside a big box. You know, it's a little easier to buy 2 or 3 $300 to $400 to $500 bikes than it is to buy one $2,000 bike or $1,500 bike. You have a 2017 Mirage. That's what my Mirage is. New York, Luis, is yours blue? Because mine's blue. It's my second. I had a 2015, and it got hit with rocks. So I got rid of it and got another one. That was the beauty of it. It was $14,000. Okay, let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. Miata, nice. Trail Rider 36. New Schwinn Axum is blue in stock. Been in stock for 2 days now. Costs $398. They said it's a medium size. So that would mean that there is a sized frame on a standard Axum. If it's $398, that would be standard Axum. That's old standard Axum pricing. $398, wasn't it $398 and $498? Wasn't that the old pricing, and then they bumped up the DP? Curious. I'm going to look at that, James. Is that Flemon or Flemon? Thank you. Calvin Walker, Smart for 2. I love little smart cars. I almost bought one of those too. I didn't, you know, they pulled out of the U.S. now. That's sad. But I like the Smart for 2. I was hoping the Smart for 4 would come here. Yours is white, your Mirage. That's awesome. Have you been bike camping? Not as an adult. I'm sure I've bike camped at some point in my life and my many adventures, but not as an adult. I did have plans to take that Priority 600 out on a bike packing trip to, there's this Chief Ladiga Trail in Alabama, and I've been wanting to hit that, but COVID messed everything up. Thoughts on the Box 3 Prime 9? I have that. What bike do I have that on? The Boundary. Project Boundary. Not that impressed. I am not that impressed. Lots of chain slap on that thing. And I talked to another bike dealer that sold Box And they said, yeah, they said that those lower end boxes, they're not the same as the high end boxes. So I wasn't a fan. That said, it's still a 50 tooth on a 9 speed. So it is way better than what was on the bike to begin with, which was better than what used to be on Boundary. So always moving forward, that's the goal. That I did. Dirty Fat, somebody having conversation there. Okay, Boundary doesn't seem to get, what was that? Boundary doesn't seem to get the love like the aluminum comp and the TAF. Any major reason for the lack of love? Actually, you have that slightly wrong. VMOUTSOP, however you pronounce that. It's aluminum comp, Boundary, then the TAF. TAF's not my thing. It's up there in the bike barn loft right above me. Is that a shadow? Yeah, it's right above me in the bike barn loft. That hump. The hump makes me feel, because I'm already not uncomfortable, but right at my limits on a 19-inch frame. And you add that hump and it just messes with me. When I'm looking down and I see that jutting up at me, makes me feel a little not scared. So that's why. But I like the new Boundary. I told Schwinn, when I rode the Boundary stock, the new Boundary, they sent it. I rode it before I ever even uploaded the video. I was talking to my contact at Schwinn saying, what did you design? Because this is the best big box bike up to that point that I had ridden. I was so impressed with what it was stock. So, yeah. Saw somebody mention something about priority. Well, that happened and went by. Sorry, I'll read all these later. What are we looking at? 9:19. We'll go for another 11 minutes and we'll wrap this up. Beluga bike. Yes, Grayleaf, you have named it. I'm going to have to start remembering that. Beluga bike. Sorry, it's Val from Boston. Oh, Val. Hello, Val, for whatever the thing is there. Thanks for the information. Somebody said thanks. That's James Cole. Thanks for the information because I'm looking for a better drivetrain for my Lithium 3.0K2. Look at the Advent X 10-speed. My favorite budget drivetrain, hands down. Haven't found anything as good. Great with chain slap. It's got a built-in clutch. It manages chain slap great. Doesn't drop. All kinds of stuff. What we got here? No Face Outdoors. Hey man, just to let you know, the SR Sun Tour Pixon forks are back in stock on Amazon. Thank you. Very good. I'll go and I'll update my Amazon store listing with that. I'll search those out because very good. Thank you. So that's one of the things hard to get right now. Forks, brakes, tubes, tires. Lots of hard stuff to get. Rammer TV. How old are you? You look way younger than I thought you would be. Well, thanks. I guess unless you're skewing and like you're thinking I'm older than I am or something. I don't know. I don't give out personal demographics. I'm a very private person. Don't give out personal demographics, but thank you, I think. JP, late to the party. What's up with the floor pumps? Oh yeah, this is backwards. I have all these floor pumps lined up. I planned a floor pump video. I'm going to compare and see if a cheap floor pump, if an expensive floor pump justifies its cost over a cheap one. That's my plan, but I'm waiting on 2 pumps from Blackburn. They said they were going to send me some pumps to get into the mix and see how that works out. So that's what's up with all the floor pumps and why they've been there so long. 420 here. Ooh, I'm a teetotaler. So 420. That's something that someone I used to work with used to look forward, and DIY Solar knows exactly who I'm talking about. Used to look forward to 420 every day and mysteriously disappear at about 418 for a little bit and come back smelling like air freshener. So pump roundup video, yep, in the future. Definitely Sandrell.
You sure it wasn't that green pine air freshener for your car that they would come back smelling like?
The green pine, yeah, the pine tree. A cop once told me that those green pine tree air freshener things, that whenever they see those, they automatically, statistically or something, it's more likely that there's drugs in the car. Yeah. Can you do a review of the Schwinn Ascension? I've been trying to get an Ascension. DIY Solar Energy is on the other end of the state from me. Even had him looking down there to try to get one. And get me one because I'm curious about that bike, but I'm also curious about its counterparts. We'll see what happens there. Are there any mountain bikes with belt drive? Harry Grimley, yes there are. There are mountain, I'm chapping my lips here. There are mountain bikes with belt drive in Europe. I haven't seen, no, I don't know everything, so I haven't seen any in the US. But you know, Priority Bikes, if you are watching, you should release a mountain bike. You should collab with me on the specs. We'll make it friendly for as many people as possible, because I would love to have me a belt drive mountain bike. James Wasco, my buddy, by the way, $100 super chat, and he gets a ring virtual ring of the bike bell. Thanks so much, man. He asked, any inspired hex riders in here? Okay, he's asking you guys. So that's our buddy James. If there's anybody hex in here, let us know. So can I pick sizes for the 2021 Axum DP? Daniel Lee, I just teased that they may have sized frames. That may be coming up in my video for the Axum DP. You know, it's raining. I may have to do a short video on that because I want to get something out on it. I may do like a trail talk if I can catch a gap in the rain with that new Axum DP, because I don't want to wait a week. Don't want to wait a week. Jonathan Dory, wait, Nick Seamus, 5 pumps in 5 minutes. Oh gosh, that 5 bikes in 5 minutes, killing me. But I'll finally get some sleep tonight since I got done with that. Whoever told me I was getting in over my head on that, you are a prophet. Man, that was rough. Spectrum here. Funnily, those little pine trees are some of the most popular items we sell at the AutoZone that I work at, which is a bit amusing. Drugs are a huge problem in my area. So there you go. Correlation. You'll see a cop in my Hemingway video that's releasing here in just a few minutes. You'll see a cop where I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be on a bike. Tons of druggies coming to my AutoZone, so don't go into AutoZone some areas, I guess. Clarkson rides an inspired hex. So there you go. James Wasco, Glenn Chang, answering you. Trying to get the last few in here before, got 6 minutes. Let me go back to my topics. Hey, we'll do this next time. I was going to do the random discussion topic of choice. So you guys start thinking about this. The next live chat. You can have 3 choices. A convenience store tale. I teased the little one last time, and DIY Solar Energy and me both have massive amounts of tails, and usually both of us are involved. Also, I had joining a separatist party. That time I went to a foreign country and joined a separatist party. And then I've got the time that I insulted my boss and got fired on my first job for insulting the boss. So think about those 3 topics. That time I joined a separatist party, a random tale from the convenience store working era, or that time that I got fired from my first job for insulting my boss. What I said to get fired. But I was right. I was right. You can fire honesty, but you can't deny it. Honesty and truth. Okay, so what's that? You need a IGH or single speed for a belt. Yeah, internally geared hub or a single speed for a belt. So odd to see on a mountain bike. I mean, yeah, but they do make them. They do make them in their lighter weight. They have them on some European bikes. Just search belt drive mountain bike. Gates belt drive mountain bike. Ooh, good thing I'm about to be ending this because my booty getting sore. Because they do exist. They exist in Europe and fairly popular from what I understand. No Face Outdoors is the person who asked. Okay, I'll skip on that because they're talking to someone else. Ride a big box bikes, but you don't ride big box bikes, but still watch these videos. Well, thank you so much. Joe Sowards. Thank you for even being in a live chat, even though you don't ride big box bikes. I appreciate it. Pretty awesome. And Separatist. You want the Separatist story, Harry Grimley. That's a good one. That is a good one. I still have friends from that group, from that party. Joining the party. Yes, Mark Stevens. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is 26 minutes. I'm going to get this ready. And I'll come back to all this stuff, and we'll add e-bikes into the next live chat. I don't know. It may be next Monday. It may be next Thursday. I'll play around with this. But James Wesco got 100 votes, and he likes Monday, so that means a lot. And again, James Wesco, virtual ring of the bike bell. He gave $100 super chat after he'd already done a couple. Thank you so much, man. You don't know how much that helps the channel. It helps me and everybody watching my videos. That helps the channel, get my money based off YouTube stuff. So I'm really happy with all you here, and we're over 100,000 strong now, and it's getting towards bike season, so the subscription rates are going up. So if you have friends and they want to watch good bike content, be sure to send them my way. So let me get this brought up here, because we're getting to 9:27. At 9:30, I'm going to set this up here, public. Why is my done? Okay, I've got it ready. So I've got the video. Wrong way. It's a backwards thing. I've got to figure out a way to flip that. This Hemiway right here. This is a moped styled e-bike, but it's actually, you'll see in the video, it's more moped. But you know, mopeds anyway were kind of a legal skirt. Mopeds were an industry trying to make something that didn't have licensing requirements and so on. Because a moped, if you've ever ridden a classic moped, you just pedaled to start them. You didn't ride them as a bike because they were horrible to ride as bikes. This isn't unrideable as a bike, but man, as a moped, it is amazing. It is amazing and quiet. So we've got 2 more minutes. Let me give James Wasco another virtual bike bell ring. Ring, ring. Thank you, James. It's a lightweight full suspension bike frame, a carbon frame. There are some frames on AliExpress, but I don't order much from Ali. The thiocarbazide benzoyl alcohol always talks about Twitter bike frames. Don't care for the name, but apparently they're pretty good and they're cheap. So we'll stay in touch. Be sure, James Wasco, you head over to my website and message me on my website. And it'll take me a few days because I've got all this stuff to work through from Separatist, Andrew Cannon. Got all this stuff to work through for this upcoming 100K celebration where I unbox the play button and do the bike show, the virtual bike show with the hundreds and hundreds of bikes. And thanks, DIY Solar Energy. You are so awesome. Everybody give him a thumbs up. He's a great moderator. After you watch this video that's about to go live, be sure to head over to his site and give him a subscription as well, and a thanks, bike battery stuff, all that coming. James Wasco, again, man, thank you so much. So generous. All the people that super chatted. I wanted to do the credits, but I don't know how to do it. Do I drag it over here? Nope, doesn't drag over there. Wait, whoa, hold on. I messed up something. Yeah, that didn't work. So, okay. And let me get this. It is about to be 9:29. Mark from Ohio, hello. Mark Blackburn, hello to you. I'm sorry we're wrapping up, but there's a new video about to drop. So you guys are about to be able to be the first ones to see this video. Greyleaf, Harry Grimley, Eddie Rickenbacker, James Cole, my buddy, DIY Solar Energy. And I have the merch. I've got the shirts. KevCentral.store. You can donate to the Human Fund if you want to. That's what Greyleaf did. Donate to the Human Fund. I've got stickers, and that's eBay. He just sent the links. And I've got this one back in stock. It was out of stock. Sold out right away. I've got that back in stock. So you can pick up all that stuff. It is 9:30. Downtown Adventures. I've been able to find DIY Solar Energy from some reason. There you go. He sent you a link. Well, that's not a link. Resend it. He didn't send the link. But Armando Pay, thank you so much. Annalise Clayton, thank you. Sandriel, thank you so much to everyone. And again, all the super chatters too. James Wasco, man, you're a champ. I'll make that design for you, let you proof it. Be sure to head over to my website. And now, I'm going to hit save here. There we go. New video live. I'm going to end this stream. You guys can head over, check out the new video on this Hemiway e-bike moped. Pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing. But thank you so much. Next live stream coming up. Next live stream coming up in a week. Right now, we'll tease this. There we go. We're ending soon. I'll come back to the live screen here. But thank you guys so much. James, all the super chatters, Ben Chang. It's a boy Lou, love from California. Oh, thank you. It's a boy Lou. Peter Zedich. Peter, hello. Money for People, the Human Fund. He gets it. Pretty awesome. I appreciate that. I'll put a link to this on my Amazon store because I got this from Amazon. So want to get that. All right. Head over, check out that video. New York Luis. We have a video to watch. I'm wrapping it up right now. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day and enjoy this new video that just dropped. And now, I'll end this session. Thank you guys so much.